What's up guys, Derek, moreplaysmartates.com. Today we're going to be talking about RAD140's real half-life. So there's been a lot of, videos and articles that have come out of the woodwork since SARM started to pick up more steam in a bit of the mainstream fitness industry. And for whatever reason, so many random myths that make no fucking sense where they came from. Names for the compounds that aren't even the compound, like test alone for RAD140, half-lives that are non-existent just being pulled out of thin air, just weird fucking statistics that make no sense, and I don't get where they came from to begin with. And I've dug into the literature heavily. I think, bar none, I have the most comprehensive articles on the entire internet on every single SARM. So if you want to see all of the clinical studies, my interpretation of them, just the most elaborate deep dive into every single SARM, I recommend you check out my site, moreplaysmartates.com. But anyways, the half-life, it's often said to be 20 hours. And, I don't know where that number was pulled out from, if it's based on extrapolated from animal data. But there was actually a phase 1 clinical study done on humans recently, and I actually did a video on this where they used as high as 150 milligrams per day of RAD140 on humans, and they assessed the pharmacokinetics of the compound and collected for 144 hours after 100 milligrams of RAD140 single dose showed variable absorption with a half-life of approximately 60, not 20, 60 hours in humans. The observed human steady-state pharmacokinetic exposure at 100 milligrams exceeds the pharmacokinetic exposure of the efficacious dose in mice of 10 milligrams per kilogram. So what's that mean? Basically, it means this stuff's going to accumulate way more than otherwise thought. So it would be wise for somebody utilizing RAD140, whether in a therapeutic context, obviously they would outline your dosage scheme. But I mean, yeah, if somebody was recreationally using it, which you're not supposed to do, but anyways, if you were, it would be wise to err on the side of caution and take into consideration that serum concentrations will be significantly higher just a couple weeks into RAD140 use than would have otherwise been predicted with what was previously assumed to be a 20-hour half-life. So you have, I'm sure you've seen the LGD, well, if you haven't seen it, you should check it out, the LGD 4033 pharmacokinetics. The half-life is closer to 36 plus hours rather than 24. So you actually have higher than predicted serum concentrations a bit deeper into the cycle after a couple of weeks. The same thing's going to apply here for RAD140, except to an even greater extent. So people, dosing it, granted these studies showed it was, well tolerated up to 100 milligrams and blah, blah, blah. But still, anyways, it would be wise to understand how this drug works, especially for clearance times for people who are coming off and dealing with, significantly suppressed endogenous androgen production as a result of using these. It would be very useful to understand that the clearance time, the half-life is 60 hours. So when should you start your PCT if you're going to do one? Think about that. If you haven't seen my video on 90% of bodybuilders have never run a proper PCT, go check that out and then you'll know why, I'm saying this and why that would even factor in as far as the half-life for when starting PCT makes sense. So, but anyways, keep that in mind because a lot of people think it's 20 hours. It's not. So take from that what you will. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, check out my blog, moreplaysmartates.com. Follow me on Instagram at moreplates_moredates, Facebook, Snapchat, BitChute, Twitter, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. If you listen to the podcast, please drop a 5-star rating. Helps the algorithm there, as well as dropping the comment here. Helps the algorithm here on YouTube. If you want to support the channel, check out my TRT clinic if you're interested in hormone optimization, or you think you are somebody who would otherwise benefit from it and just want to explore your options. I highly recommend you reach out to them. It's free to just talk about your situation, and then if you want to get checked out and get your bloods drawn, get those evaluated, and then see if there are any deficiencies or imbalances that need addressing. You can move forward at that point, and your first medication order, you'll get $50 off if you use the coupon code in the video description. Check out Gorilla Mind, nootropics and pre-workout formulas that I write out myself on a Word document, and anything else that I'm associated with. If you want to support the channel, just check them out, video description below. Thank you guys for watching. Talk to you soon.